Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our playthrough of Port Farm on Farm Simulator 22. I am your host, Fields and Skylines, and we have moved. No, we have not moved. We're still in July. I have almost made a mistake. Luckily, I caught it. Our oat field is ready to be harvested. So, we looked up at the schedule. You can see oats are ready to be harvested, but we planted oats in March, so I didn't think we'd be able to harvest these for another couple months, but apparently they're ready to go. So we are gonna harvest these off here in this episode. Then we're gonna jump ahead to September when we can harvest field beans, and that'll be what this whole episode is. We're going to harvest our oats, we're gonna harvest our field bean, and then we will how do I want to do this? So this episode we'll just do a bunch of harvesting. I'll take care of the animals and all of that kind of behind the scenes. No need to worry. Also, I'm not sure if we're selling dairy next month or not, but if we are, I'll be taking care of all of that in between the scenes. So, yeah. Welcome back to July. I totally didn't think we'd have oats right now. I think if I didn't harvest them, I could have harvested them next month, but I didn't want to risk it because this is our new field and there's a gate there, and am I not going to be able to fit through the gate? Ugh, barely. All right, so we're going to turn on. We're going to start harvesting. I know I'll have to get the wagon eventually, and I'm going the wrong way, and I want to drop straw just because it's something we can sell. So hey, at least I caught it. And as you can see, I also did do the mowing. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I decided just in case to keep the alfalfa on cycle, so we can still get the 2 cuts. Not that we're going to need the alfalfa. Silage we may need, but all that alfalfa that I just cut can probably be sold. I do need to get fert and lime put down on those fields, just to get them kind of back to that top shape, which I like to keep at just for that environmental score bonus. And this is a larger field. Again, I probably could upgrade the harvester and get a larger header. But I think we're just going to play it through. It lasted the whole playthrough, so why not? It's a good size for this map. I mean, I think we could do a little bit bigger of a header, but the harvester itself is the right size. I don't know why, for some reason, some of the other headers just don't work on this harvester. So we'll make the best of it. It'll take some time, but at the end of the day, we'll get the job done. Probably kick off a time lapse shortly. Also, just want to say to everyone, White Farm has ended. Thank you for watching. Sorry about losing the video. I don't know what's been happening. I'm on my older Xbox, and it's been acting flaky. I think it knows I have a new one, and it's just punishing me. I didn't want to move all the series and everything over to the new one, just because of time. So on the new one, I have the next playthrough, trying to get that set up. I don't have it completely set up yet. Some things I'm working through for that series, but we hopefully we'll be kicking it off later this week. But yeah, so from now on, I think Court, which doesn't have a lot left either, will be Mondays. I think there'll be this episode and maybe 1 or 2 more, and then it will go um, Silver Run, and then the new series. And that new series should take us to FS25 and whatever we kick off with FS25. Now, in between, I might add, like I don't know how long Silver Run's going to run, and if we get to the point where all that we have left is the new series, I might break it up from time to time with maybe some mod demonstrations of mods that I like to use, or newer mods that are coming out, things like that. But really, I just want to focus on the series and playthroughs. So yeah, so this field's going to take some time to harvest with this little header. Maybe I should have upgraded the harvester. It's all right though. I'll be patient. I can be patient. So what I am going to do though is I am going to kick off time lapse right now, so that I'm going to kick off a time lapse so that we can get this done. So I'll see you all in a little bit. We have succeeded in harvesting the oats. Now we have to harvest the field bean. We've also taken care of all the animals and stuff. And as you can see, we are just over $1 million, but we aren't going to be there long because I have yet to pay the leasing fee on the sheep. And cows might be due as well. So I think if we take a look at the land map, um, this one is sheep. So if we go right here, it says that it's $74,000. Um, so what I'm going to do is I load it in. Hopefully it's here under tools. I think I loaded in. Yeah, start from zero. So what I can do, I'm going to take off. I don't want to take off 100,000 or 500,000. So what am I going to do? Well, guess what? We can buy big bags of rock, and we can set it to be 10,000, 50,000, or 100,000. So I'm going to do 50,000 once. Okay, and then I'm going to do 10,000 three times. And that should be $80,000, and that should take care of that. Cows will have to get paid for next year, but we aren't doing it next year, so we don't have to worry about it. So yeah, so now we are back under 100,000. That is okay, because money doesn't matter anymore because we have everything we need, hit our goals, and this farm is a profitable farm. So we are going to kick off our last harvest on Court Farm. We cannot enable straw, otherwise I would, but here we go. Our last harvest, last two fields. And I think what we'll do is we'll do one last episode where we kind of sell everything, like all the oats, field bean, and rye, all that stuff. Even though we won't be selling necessarily everything at the optimal time, we'll sell off whatever leftover silage we have, and whatnot. I'll continue. It'll probably be like December, January. We'll jump to. I will continue to work the map to get make sure the cows and butter and cheese and clothes all continue to run. But yes, that is kind of the plan. We might have to sell clothes a little early, so that happens, right? So I think they'll just do one more episode here, and then we'll have probably, I don't know how much left in Silver Run. So that's where we are at. It's been exciting. I really did enjoy playing this map. It's a little tough. It's a tough map to play, not because of money or anything like that, but it's tough because it's tight. All the spaces are tight. And on console, we can't edit the map to remove stuff like that stuff right there. So that's all kind of what made it a little bit tougher. Tight spaces, tight quarters, got stuck a lot, flipped vehicles a lot. It's a large map, so there was a lot of driving on those tight spaces, which made things difficult as well. But it was a fun map to play. I do enjoy it. It's a very beautiful map. So I'm glad we did this series. And again, to recap what our goals of this series was to save the farm, basically. It was a save the farm type thing where it was set up that we had hired some people. My dad had hired some people. My dad had hired, first Dad had inherited this farm from Grandpa. Grandpa was part of the Court legacy, but his dad gave the farm to his oldest sister, and the agreement was that they were supposed to split it, but when she got married, her husband kind of like, nope, you're out. So Grandpa then bought this farm, and his goal was to build it up by getting all the grass and fields inside of the road, along with, dairy cows and sheep. So Dad then inherited it, kept going. Dad's plan was like, he wanted to grow the farm outside of farming, and so he hired farm hands to run the farm, while he was looking for ways to invest in other opportunities. But he hired bad people, and they robbed him blind basically all the money he was giving them to take care of the animals and feed the animals and take care of the crops and everything like that. They were pocketing. They ended up taking off, and all of our fields were in disarray. We lost our licenses with animals, so we had no animals to begin with. But we did have some nice equipment. So we started, not from scratch. We had a little money left from insurance. So we built it up, and we accomplished Grandpa's plan of getting all the fields inside of the land. Dad's plan, we built a dairy, we built the clothing factory, we built a second dairy. So all in all, I think we have accomplished what Dad would have wanted us to. So, yep, so that just means we have to finish up this season of harvests, selling, and we'll be complete. I don't think I'm going to try to get the castle. It's going to be like $10 million. To get to $10 million would require probably quite a few years, because with the milk and the cheese and the butter sales, we might be making close to $1 million a year. So I just think it would take way too long of time for me just to fast forward through time to do it. As for like watching me do that, it would just be, a lot of rinse and repeating and not that much excitement as for a series. So I think I will pass on trying to get the money to buy the castle. That said, let me know down in the comments, if you buy the castle, is it big enough where you can store farm equipment there, or turn it into like a weird little farm? I've been over by the castle. There's not a whole lot. It's not very big as far as like shelter. You turn that into your farmhouse, possibly put a bunch of barns up, be kind of cool. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you played with the castle as your farmhouse or turned it into your main farm. Also, let me down in the comments what you've enjoyed about the series and what you're not enjoying about the series, so I can improve. And with that, I think we are going to kick off another time lapse of just getting this harvested, and then when the harvest is done, I'll jump back in and we can review all the things we've harvested, the oats and this, how much we got, stuff like that. So I will kick off that time lapse, and I'll see you all shortly. Harvest is completed. As you can see, we got a full trailer, pretty much a full trailer here. Field bean. We will dump this in the bin and then we'll review. Excuse me. Take a quick review. There we go. All right. So in this episode, we harvested oat and field bean. And let's take a look. We ended up with a full trailer of oats. There's actually a few more than that. So what I did was I took the extra oats and took them to this production shed, and I made seeds. Why? Even though we're not planting anything, I was curious. I never had done that before. I needed a little manure, so I took a little manure down, um, and we made seeds. So there we go. So now we have two full trailers of. Well, we have a full trailer of oat, a full trailer of field bean, and then little bit amounts of little itty bitty amounts of rye. Oh, that's manure and slurry here. So we have 22,884 for the field bean. The rye is 19,392, and linseed is 22,688. So we almost have a full trailer of linseed. We have almost a full trailer of rye and field bean, and then a good amount of oat, which we will be selling. Probably everything in December. It looks like December for everything. Yeah, December for everything. So it's September, so that means October and November I'll just play through normally, um, just off camera, taking care of the animals and whatnot. And I'll pop back in December where we'll sell the all the stuff, and we'll just wrap everything up. It'll probably be a little bit of a shorter episode, but I think it'd do better to wrap it all up in itself than in this episode. So I did not catch that. Oh, I did. So that I think is what we will do. I do have a little bit of animal cleanup and whatnot, animal feeding to do on this episode yet. So, but I think we are going to leave the episode here. So comment down below your thoughts on this playthrough, and let me know what you liked and didn't like. Excuse me. Also, pop this here. Also, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. I do enjoy making it. So there's that. Thank you for watching. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.